You could sleep for another hour. You could wait for the sun to rise. You could stay in the warmth of your bed. But that's not what we do.
If you're in a comfort zone, beware. The danger of a comfort zone is that it doesn't hurt and it might even feel good. Many take that to mean it's a good place to be, but it's not. A comfort zone may be what is holding you back from real growth, real accomplishment, and your potentially exciting and rewarding future.
Comfort is the slowest form of self-destruction. It doesn't feel like dying, and that's the problem. It feels like rest, like I earned this. Feels like stability, but stability and stagnation wear the same outfit, and most men can't tell the difference until years have passed. You're not in danger because something bad happened. You're in danger because nothing is happening. There's no growth, there's no risk, there's no discomfort, just the same old routine, the same check, same ceiling, and a quiet voice in the back of your mind that you keep drowning out with distractions. Comfort doesn't kill ambition in one shot. It negotiates with it. It says, man, you've done enough for today. You can start that tomorrow, or you deserve a break. And every time you agree with it, the dream gets a little quieter, just a little smaller, until the urgency fades a little more. Until the version of you that was hungry slowly learns to be satisfied with less. It's the job that you stayed on for 3 years too long, the relationship that you settled into because leaving felt harder than staying, the dream that you stopped chasing because the bills were paid and the couch was warm. Nobody tells stories about the guy who played it safe his whole life. You don't get a legacy from avoiding risk. You get routine, and one day you wake up wondering, where did the fire go? Not realizing that you put it out yourself, one comfortable decision at a time. Comfort's not the destination. It's the warning sign that you stop moving. The most dangerous place you can be is somewhere that feels good but produces nothing. That's not peace. That's a slow death with good lighting.
I always thought that I was giving 100%. I wasn't. But I was only 1% from making that money, from being where I want to be, from having everything in life that I've ever dreamed of. But it's that 1% that we sleep on. It's that 1% that we wake up in that morning, we're like, you know what? Not today, maybe tomorrow. Well, guess what? That's why it's so easy to be great nowadays, because most motherfuckers are weak.
And I'm telling you from the bottom of my soul, it is so easy to beat people today. They are so soft. They have no work ethic. No one can stick with anything. Everyone's distracted. They're on social media. They're counting their fucking notifications because they can't stick with shit. They can't say no.
The thing is, man, it's always going to be a party. There's always going to be a time to celebrate and a time to join friends or a day to, the bars are always open. Always open. No matter how old you are, they're always open, you know? What's not always open is the opportunity to check the box in life, to achieve your dreams. That's not always open, man.
You can't just go through life just showing up, eating, sleeping, and going to sleep. You're gonna get depressed. The human organism needs problem solving. It needs complex problems. It needs stress. It needs some sort of difficult thing that you have to overcome. And through that, you relax. You can't just have happiness all day. Like, oh, I just want to be happy. Like, that's not real. Like, you have to face discomfort for you to appreciate happiness.
Most people don't want to be pushed that hard.
Yeah.
They want to be pushed to their level of comfort.
Yep.
And once they're outside their comfort zone, they're like, oh, I'm not used to this. Oh, I don't like this. My heart's beating too fast. Or, man, I'm feeling different feelings and emotions. And it's like, that's where the growth lives.
Because I know there's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch. Refuse to study a few more hours. Refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gain the advantage. It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely. And that used to hurt me growing up. Now I fucking thrive in that shit. That's the only place to be.
Only risk takers win. By definition, If you are the same as everybody else, if you're not taking a risk over and above what everybody else is taking, by definition, you can't win. If you're doing exactly what everybody else is doing, how can you possibly win? You have to be different to win. You have to take risks.
You're not going to be any bigger from one workout. You're not going to be any leaner from one cardio session. Like any progression when it comes to changing your body's composition is going to take weeks, months, years even, depending on what you're really aiming for. But in terms of actually noticing any changes go by, you're not going to see it. It's not the nature of things. It has to add up and accrue over time before you start to notice, anything serious, right? I mean, if you see a drip coming from the ceiling, 2 drops of water, who cares? If you spilled that on the floor right now, it wouldn't matter. But if it kept dripping and kept dripping and kept dripping, holy crap, man, you got a freaking flood. So over time, those things will start to kind of add up, and in both a positive and negative way. So that's where it's kind of on you to hold yourself accountable.
Go do something that's hard. Go try and accomplish something that's hard. You may win, you may lose, you may succeed, you may fail. I'll tell you what, you'll be better. If you avoid those things that are hard, if you don't accept that challenge, if you don't step up and step into that cold water, and you sit on your couch and eat Doritos, I can tell you this is not a good move. This is not a good move. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just get up, move towards that challenge, whatever that challenge is. Move towards that challenge and go attack it. And you may be successful and you may not be successful, but you will be better. And the next challenge, you can be more prepared for.
And I've always had an eye, a discipline and a work ethic that I've had at a young age that I just apply it to everything that I want to do. Rarely go out, reading, trying to reverse engineer how to be successful. If other cats was out partying and I was home studying, I would have an edge.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If cats was out here doing this and that, being hungover the night before, I would have an edge if I wasn't. I'm a delayed, gratification. I'm that type of person. So I'm literally all right, I will party later. I work hard now, so the second half of my life, I can do whatever the fuck I want. That's been my mentality. It's I'm not gonna trick off my early years for partying and then worry about struggling, how I'm gonna make it, how I'm gonna take care of my family, how I'm gonna take care of everybody else. That's not gonna be me. I'm gonna grind it out now. I'm gonna set up the foundation so I can enjoy myself later. That's always been my mentality, and that works for me.
The fact that it is painful is the reason that it's working. Yeah. That if it wasn't you stepping out, everybody else that has to try and step out into this new life faces this same thing too. Every single person does. That's why most people don't do it. Yeah. This is what hard feels like, and this is why most people don't win. So continuing to push through and almost seeing that level of discomfort as a signal, it's like a way marker that's been planted in the ground. Yes, more this way. Because if it was all just super easy, well, how are you going to get anything different to what everybody else has got if you do the same thing that everybody else does? Yeah. And one of the best selectors for people not doing a thing is discomfort. So the route that has a lot of discomfort down it, usually on the other side of that, ends up with something which is valuable.
Would you live the hard way for a year so you could live easier for a decade after? So what if you just acknowledge, the next year is going to be hard, but I'm going to make choices that I've never made. I'm going to be more courageous than I've ever been. I'm going to unlock that creativity. But you never know how. Og Mandino, his book, The World's Greatest Salesman, when he talks about, I will persist until I succeed. And how I translated that is, you might have to go through 10 failures, 10 question yourself, living on your sister's couch, and then the 11th thing, you found enough success to go forward.
It's hard for people because they want immediate gratification. They really want it all to happen immediately, especially in the society that we exist in today, where everything, this is why GLP-1s are so enticing for people, because you can get immediate gratification, and sometimes you gotta focus on little victories, these little tiny victories. Today I didn't eat cake. That's a little victory, That's what it's all about. It's all about you did it. You went out in the rain when you didn't want to, you did it. You came back, now you've got momentum, you have that good feeling of success, and that will enable you to continue to chase that good feeling. That's the good addiction.
Right.
Do hard shit. Not because it's fun, but because the win actually means something. You bled for it, you broke for it, you earned it. Easy wins are forgettable, hard ones change you. That's the point. And it's your line. Everything is hard, and no one cares.